Good afternoon, Bobcats. I'm Jessica. This is the BBTV News for Friday, December 8th, 2017. Hi, Bobcats. It's Jessica again, starting you off with the top story of today. Do you remember what happened on December 7, 1941? The attack of Pearl Harbor, of course. Yesterday was the day we remember Pearl Harbor, a day we live in infamy, or forever. The attack marked the entrance of the United States in World War II, a war that would change the world forever. Currently, 1,000 World War II veterans are dying every day, so learning about first-hand accounts of the battles in life on the home front is quickly disappearing. So while it is a sad day in our country's history, it's important to remember Pearl Harbor as the day of our country was thrown into the deadliest war in the world history.
Hi Bobcats, I'm Tia. On Wednesday, President Donald Trump recognized Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. This may seem like a good idea, but many people think that this might hurt the peace process in the Middle East. Jerusalem is a sacred city to the three major religions in the world: Christians, Jews, and Muslims. President Trump has broke decades of U.S. and international policy by recognizing Jerusalem as the capital. He declared that he was going to end an approach that, quote, for decades has failed to advance the prospects for peace. He was saying that this was, quote, overdue and in the best interests of the United States. America's closest allies in Europe even questioned the wisdom of Trump's decision. This could possibly affect the relationship between the U.S. and Israel, which is a pretty big deal.
That's all for our top stories today. Now let's spin over to BBTV Sports Zone.
Welcome to the Sean Mack Show. And guys, you've just entered the BBTV Sports Zone. And for today's sports feature, we'll be looking at news, big sports news. Scott Frost just came to Nebraska. Hopefully he can make the magic that made UCF good.
12-0, yep. He also led Nebraska to a national championship in 1995.
You think he'll do good?
Probably. He's better than Mike Riley.
No, Mike Riley choked, dude. Like, honestly, because everyone was like, oh yeah, Mike Riley, yeah. And I'm like, no, Mike Riley's terrible.
The record with Mike Riley in Nebraska was 19-19.
19, yeah.
It was absolutely
That
garbage.
was sad. Because no one likes him anymore.
NFL.
Saints versus Falcons happened last night. With like, what are predictions?
My prediction is that Saints won because their record right now is currently really good.
I know, and their defense is good, which hasn't happened in a long time.
Yeah, Drew Brees seems to get better every single year.
And Matt Ryan's on my fantasy team, so like hopefully he can perform well. But I think I might start Tom Brady over him. Is that a good move?
Yeah, because Tom Brady, he's like the face of the NFL, basically.
Yeah, he was my first overall pick. He was pretty good.
Okay, whatever. Why didn't you start him though?
Because Matt Ryan, like, you know, Tom Brady's Tom Brady. Like, why would we start Matt Ryan? Like,
He's too slow.
Matt Ryan's like Matt Ryan's like he's decent.
Beta version of Tom Brady.
He's like Tom Brady if Tom Brady was like, like
younger.
a bootleg.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, next game. Chiefs versus Raiders.
This was like the game that happened like week 3 that like when everyone like they scored like 41 points and they went into like overtime. And like Michael Crabtree, who else is on my fantasy team, no one's gonna beat me in fantasy, but yeah. So Crabtree, since Marcus Peters, their star cornerback, is suspended, people are saying that the Raiders might actually have a better shot at winning because they have a star. Yeah, they have a star receiver like Crabtree, and if Derek Carr can find Crabtree, then because Crabtree's gonna have a mismatch. I mean, Marcus Peters was honestly like one of the main cornerbacks that could stop him. With him being suspended, like who's gonna stop Crabtree from going off? And lastly, we're gonna talk about Josh Gordon, who hadn't played since 2014 and came back from suspension. And what's crazy is he hadn't played a game in like 3 or 4 years, and yet he still managed to have the best receiving stats out of all the Browns receivers. That shows you how bad the Browns are.
They're 0-11.
0-11. How?
Go to a Super Bowl anytime
One
soon.
win. How?
All right, that's
all for the Sean Mack Show. Now on to the Buffett Binge.
Good afternoon, Bobcats. I'm Wesley with today's Buffett Binge. Today I'm going to be reviewing BeamNG Drive. This game is very popular along the car-loving sides of gaming. I love this game because I watch videos from Spears the Amazing and then download the same mods. In BeamNG, you you have access to present maps and the ability to download maps and cars. My favorite map is the drag strip. My favorite vehicle is the APC tank. The game is one of my favorites also because of the crashing. When you crash, it looks so real, or maybe sometimes flat out silly. The crashes can be super dramatic, which I like. If I had to rate this game on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it a 50. That's all for the binge. Now on to the BBTV Feature of the Day.
Good afternoon, Bobcats. I'm Amaya.
And I'm also Amaya, and we're here at the Feature of the Day. First up, a team of scientists ran DNA tests on bits and pieces of Yeti samples kept in treasured collections around the world, and found that the pieces came from more mundane but equally rare creatures.
Their study published Tuesday in the Proceedings of the Royal Society B adds to a string of scientific discoveries about the furry creature.
Yetis are believed by some to be shy, furry-like human snowmen who live in the remote mountainous regions of Nepal and Tibet.
The names sound much more poetic than what it translates to, which is the local Sherpa language. That thing there.
Yeti was mistranslated to abominable snowman when stories of the creature captured the imagination of people in the West.
Solving the mystery started in 1951 when Eric Shipton, a mountaineer, found a mysterious footprint about 12 inches long on the lower part of the glacier in the Himalayas.
Scientists used DNA sequencing to examine 24 Yeti samples, including hair, bone, and skin.
Using the technique on the Yeti samples, the team discovered that the items came from a Himalayan brown bear and a black bear.
One tooth was from an animal in the dog family.
The paw of the Yeti, kept in a monastery, came from a black bear.
Another bone kept as a monastic relic was from a Tibetan brown bear.
Though Yeti devotees may be disappointed in the latest news, the scientists were not.
They said that the findings will help scientists better understand the history and evolution of local bears.
Good afternoon, Bobcats. I'm Tamara, and I'm here with the weather for the next few days. Today, there will be a high of 36 degrees and a low of 14, with clouds and sun. On Monday, there will be a high of 35 and a low of 9. Considerable cloudiness for today. Tuesday, there will be a high of 32 and a low of 10, partly sunny. I feel the temperatures will be 10s and lowers. We're getting into the cold and winter, so grab those coats.
Hi Bobcats, I'm Ashley and I'm here with your daily announcements. First up, Rassilon Student Council have joined together for a coin, hat, mitten, sock, and toilet paper drive. It will continue through December 15th to benefit the Open Door mission. The challenge is to beat the other team in your age group. The team that earns the most money for Razzle will have a choice of popcorn, an M&M party, or a cookie party. We will have a winner from each grade. The team that brings the most items, each roll of toilet paper counts as one item, will win either a popcorn or M&M party or a cookie party. Again, there will be a winner for each grade. The Buffett Spelling Bee schedule has been rescheduled for Tuesday, December 19th. Students who signed up to participate will receive additional information and pass with their lunch designated report time. Study lists can be picked up in the front office. Your books can be purchased for $35 until Friday, December 22nd. After winter break, prices will increase to $40. Place your order by taking a check or cash to Buffett main office. Checks should be made out to Buffett Middle School. Finally, don't forget to sign up for the late bus before noon on the days that you need to ride it home. Remember that only qualified students can ride the late bus home, and only if you are staying for academic reasons. There are no late buses available for students who stay late to cheer on the Bobcats for athletic events.
Thanks for watching our broadcast today. This has been Jessica. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.